Alright, as you see, today's video is going to be about Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors. So I played this game a long time ago when I had a Game Boy Advance, and I thought this game was like the coolest Dragon Ball Z fighting game ever. And it really still is. It is a pretty awesome fighting game. It's probably one of the better ones on the Game Boy Advance. If you have any other suggestions for better fighting games or fighting games you like on Game Boy Advance, leave it down in the comments below. I'd like to hear some. So as I was saying, I did think this game was awesome when I was a kid, but playing it again on Retro Achievements to get all the achievements, I realized there's a lot about this game that just comes back flawed, and I think it's because I've played so many fighting games over the years that coming back to this one, I'm just like, it's kind of funny how lacking in gameplay this is. And here, let me show you. All right, so jumping in, we have story, Z battles, we got challenges, we got free battle, training, and then you can actually link up to other people when you had your Game Boy Advance and play against them. And then we have options. So not lacking when it comes to modes. You have tons of modes to choose from when you boot up the game, and it even comes with what if scenarios for the story, which I always found really fun in Dragon Ball Z games. And it's not even lacking in the roster either. It comes with a healthy 12 characters, and each character has their own different forms. Now, what I mean by gameplay wise is that, yeah, you might be thinking to yourself like, oh man, 12 characters? That's more than 2XKO started out when they released. Well, that's great, and that is true, but every one of these characters plays exactly the same. You have a light, you have a heavy, you got a key charge, you got some fireballs, and you have an ult. Literally everyone plays the same, and that's kind of why this cheese is so good, and it'll get you through the game quick, because all you have to worry about is spamming lights. And I'll show you here on the video, but there's just no gaps if you use fast forward, and you can just stay on top of your opponent. Now there's a little RNG based stuff involved, but it's mainly in your favor, and you can clear real fast. So maybe the fast forward feature is not for you, and that's okay. We still got some cheese for you, and it's basically still the same thing, so you don't really have to go in that hard. So I'm gonna just choose Captain Ginyu. You guys an example of what I mean. Okay, so I can understand that some people might not like to use the fast forward feature. It could bug them, or they just don't like the way it looks on the screen, can't keep up. That's understandable. Even if that's the case, we have some other cheese that we can still do. So you basically do the same concept. You stay on them, and you see that bar filling up at the top? You want it to basically fill up on their end, and when it starts to show green, this will be the strat you'll use. You'll break them, and then you'll pretty much just use your heavy attack, slam them into the ground, and continue to do that. You can go ahead and use supers, you can go ahead and use whatever you want, just to whatever helps you kill them faster. And this is basically going to be your cheese if you don't want to use the fast forward feature. And you typically, depending on hard mode, they'll have a little more health, so you might have to do that a little bit more, but this is just basically a cheese. Now if you're okay with it and you just want to fast forward, all you gotta do is hold light and then you just maul them. There's just not much they can do about it. So that'll be basically what you're doing for every single one of these game modes. Z battle, challenge. Actually, you know what? Here, we're going to show you the challenge. So for the window shopping, you basically got to get enough Zinni to get everything in the shop without ever buying anything. And you can actually put this mode, you can actually put it on hard, and you'll actually get more points for doing it. I'll actually just show you here. Basically, you want to go to settings, make sure the difficulty is on difficult, and then as you see, you'll just go to the challenge. Choose your team. It really doesn't matter who it is. I'll just show you with Captain Ginyu, level 3, and just a pocket Ginyu. And then you're going to want to make it all the way to the Saiyan's team. So Saiyan's team or Villain's team doesn't really matter. And then after you beat them, you should get up to, I think, 600. So here, I'll show you with the speed lights how you can just maul them to death here. So as you see, just spamming lights on fast forward. Yeah, they do get away. They do a couple beams, but the RNG is mainly in your favor most of the time. You can just stay on top of them and bam, you won. And then you get 600 points for just doing that. And you just constantly spam the Saiyan or Villain team set, and you just basically do that. Rinse and repeat until you get, I think it's 21,000? Something like that. You got to get up to a lot. But doing the speed up feature and just holding down light, you'll get there fast. It won't take any time at all. And then that's pretty much it, what you would do for everybody. There's not a lot to this game. Like I said, there's not a lot of depth. Everyone plays the same. It's going to be a shorter video. But you just basically do that for every character. You do that for their hard mode. Honestly, once you unlock hard mode, you can probably do the no damage run or no losing run too as well. So it shouldn't be that hard. Again, this was probably one of the easiest ones to run so far in the game and even find the cheese for. So good luck on your sets. And hey, if you like the video and you want to see more stuff like this, please give me a thumbs up, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.